Right then, let's try again. Technology is not my strong point. Fortunately, I'm better at health, wellness and aesthetics. So the body and mind program, what is it? What on earth are we talking about? And oh, hang on. Oh, yes, it's there. Who is it for? And that's the biggest question, really, isn't it? What's it about? Who is it for? So this is aimed at ladies who are aged 45 and over. And the reason for that is we can diagnose the beginning of menopause, or perimenopause as it's often called, from the age of 45 based on symptoms alone. So this is not for ladies particularly who've maybe had early hysterectomies, or got very complex hormonal gynecological histories, but for fairly straightforward, hitting the age of 45, feeling that things are beginning to change a little bit, not quite sure what to do about it. This is for those ladies. So perimenopausal or menopausal symptoms might be things like hot flushes, night sweats, mood swings, aching joints and muscles, poor quality sleep, intimate atrophy, if I can say it. A delicate one to talk about, but a delicate one to experience, because things get a lot more sensitive and thinner and drier down there as we get that little bit older. And these are actually some really simple problems to solve, but can be massive problems to poor ladies who are really struggling with extra sensitivity, loss of libido because of pain, that kind of thing, and weight gain, which is very often to do with our hormones when we get to that age. So menopause itself, or perimenopause, is in the lead up to us stopping our reproductive cycles, so in the lead up to finishing our periods, and we're officially classed as postmenopausal when you've not had a period for a year or more. So anything before that really is perimenopausal, and these symptoms are really common, really common. Weight gain is one that I do focus on a little bit because it's a massive one. So as you know, I'm sure you probably know, we've got two particularly dominant female hormones, estrogen and progesterone. And as we head into perimenopause, our progesterone and estrogen levels, but particularly the estrogen, reduces. And now estrogen is stored in fat. So what happens, your body thinks, hey, oh, something's going on here. I'm losing the supplies of estrogen and I don't want that to happen. I want to hang on to it. So that's why your body then tries to hang on to fat. And that is often why people really struggle with weight gain at this time of their lives. Or if they don't necessarily struggle with weight gain, they actually struggle to lose weight because your body is in the clutches of, I don't want to let it go because that's where my estrogen supplies are. And I really want to hang on to those. So this program that we run is particularly for ladies who have decided that really it is time to prioritize themselves. As women, we are often such givers, aren't we, to our family, to our jobs, to all sorts of responsibilities besides ourselves. And when we get to this time of our lives, particularly if we're really struggling with symptoms, it's not the time to put yourself last. It really is time to prioritize and invest in yourself because it has such a knock-on to everybody else in your life. Our women have decided they need to take action, and really importantly, they're motivated and committed to taking advice, and they will commit to a treatment plan. It's difficult, isn't it? It's like any medical illness or condition. You've really got to trust the process and trust the advice you're given if you want to get the results. So this is what we're talking about here, and our ladies are ready to invest. This does require an investment, but it's very worthwhile if it helps you get your life back a little bit. So often we find that our ladies are very motivated, but they need that bit of support. Sometimes your motivation can be all there, can't it, when you wake up in the morning, and by lunchtime things can be a bit more of a struggle, especially at the moment, especially if we're homeschooling or trying to work from home or do both, heaven forbid, especially with the stresses and strains that we've got going on at the moment. So we need that little bit of support. Our ladies are often quite stressed and looking for direction. They know things aren't right. They know they don't feel right. They just don't quite know what to do about it. And they're very, very aware of how this time in their lives is impacting on people around them, particularly our ladies that really struggle with quite severe mood swings. And obviously, you know, they know they don't want to be upsetting the people that they love the most, but sometimes they just don't feel that they have that level of control over their swinging emotions and hormones that are controlling that. So they're ready to feel more confidence, more joy, less stress, less tired, less moody, and less heavy. So the Body and Mind programme is a 12-week programme. It's £1,700 total fee, and for that you get support from myself. So I do all of the medical side of the programme. I do medical assessments, support. If there's suitable treatments available for you, that is included in this. And I will have input with you every week regarding your treatment, your progress, and we do a little bit of mindset work in and amongst all of that as well. I work with the wonderful Leslie, who's absolutely amazing. She's completely experienced over many, many years in so many things. Yoga is her biggest thing she does, and I'm not going to probably say it properly, but the Ayurvedic appraisal and the appropriate management of that, which is a I think it's a Hindu approach to body management. She's very, very skilled. And we will do some lives in the future where there's two of us, but I was just introducing this today because it's my patients that have been asking the questions, really. We get weekly personal calls from both of us. You get nutritional advice and support. We're very body positive. So we're not the kind of program that will turn around and say, do you know what, gosh, yeah, you look terrible, you're massively overweight, you're terribly unfit, your hormones are all over the place. How could you be speaking to people like that? That's not our style at all. We're much more of the, if we're feeling good about ourselves, then we're in a much better place to make positive changes. And there's always things that we can find that are good about ourselves, no matter how we are feeling. And it's our job often to just help you find those things, because sometimes when you are feeling that down and that sort of in the quagmire, it's quite difficult to see a way through. And Leslie and I, we can be your eyes at that point in time and help with that focus. So that's what the body positive part is about, and that's really the ethics and the ethos of what we do. We do offer group support, and that's if people would like. It is not compulsory. Some of our ladies want to keep this program really, really private to them. Obviously, it's medically led, which means that we are bound by patient confidentiality. So we wouldn't share any information or put you into a group if you weren't completely signed up to that. And we can refer to other multidisciplinary professionals as appropriate. So things like personal trainers, hypnotherapy, clinical psychology, nutritionalists, and other relevant people who would be appropriate for your journey. But that referral is separate to this programme. So there are different pathways into this. You can see the Positive Reflections Body and Mind programme sits at number 3. We do just from my point of view, the Striding Aesthetics, a body positive body management programme. So that is all about medical assessment and if it is appropriate, medical management of weight, really. People who are feeling a bit too heavy, who have not got complex medical histories, and who are generally over a BMI of 27. We need to be looking at that for the body positive body management program. But that's definitely sort of an entry-level option for people, and it's really popular. There's a lot of positive results coming out of that. We also run a hormone balancing clinic and monitoring. So again, that's just with me, but it's from the perimenopause onward stage. And again, it's full medical assessments and appropriate medical treatment if that is indicated. So that's just an initial consultation fee, and then ongoing fees if prescriptions are appropriate, but it's not a given that they are. Positive Reflections Body and Mind program is what we are talking about now, and then we have Positive Reflections Ultimate. So this is obviously a significantly higher investment from what you can see there. It is by application only, and the reason that it is more of an investment is all of those multidisciplinary team members that we discussed that we can refer to within the Reflections program or within the Body and Mind program. That's all included in the Ultimate. So everybody gets seen by a personal trainer, everybody will get support from a nutritionalist, everybody will get a review by a clinical psychologist, and that's really important for some of our patients who maybe got not quite such a complex medical history but a complex social background, things like that. Those different levels of input are really valuable, and it is worth the investment, well worth the investment. So if we're right for you, you might be interested to have a little look at our scorecard. I don't suppose the link will work because this is on PowerPoint. However, I will put the scorecard in the thread below this video once it's all completed. So if you want to have a bob onto there and answer a few simple questions to see if this might be something that would be right for you, that would be absolutely lovely. And if you're certain it is, you can just book for your initial consultation, and we can take it from there and see where we go from there. As I say, this is sort of a bit of a whistle-stop tour because Leslie and I are going to do some lives together so that you can get to know us both a little bit. We do have a Positive Reflections Facebook page as well, which is much more focused on this side of things, because obviously, you know, this is the aesthetics page and this is where we normally do all of the stuff about skin and injectables and any other treatments that we do, but it's because I've had interest that we're discussing it here today. So there is that as ways to book, and I think that is my last slide. So wasn't too painful, was it? And back. So if anybody has any questions, I would be more than happy to answer any of those. It is lovely to see that we've got people logged on today. It's raining and horrible outside, so hope you're all going to have a lovely day. I'm going to drag my littlest boy and possibly my biggest one out shortly for some exercise. It's all a bit needed, isn't it? And if we've got no questions, I know there's a delay onto Facebook, but I don't think we've got any questions popping up at the moment. If anything comes into your mind, just please pop it in the thread. And I will always pick it up and answer it. And failing that, I shall sign off and wish you a happy day, and hope to see you again soon.